Hey guys, TGKS Productions. We got some exciting news regarding the next GTA Online update, expected to release June 13th, which is crazy. This is the earliest we've received an update in the past 6 years. So that is awesome. And this update is named the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC. We have a newswire article giving us a little bit of info about what this DLC is all about, as well as some pictures of new vehicles and some info about improvements coming to online. So let's dive into this article, discuss it, and break it all down. To start off here, you may notice this very first picture we have here features what looks to be a new jet that is not currently GTA Online. This seems to reference either the F-22 Raptor or F-35 Lightning. Now, I think this jet is primarily based off of the F-22 Raptor, but let me know what you guys think. Now we have some paragraphs giving us a little bit of what this DLC is all about. So we're going to join a renegade outfit to take down Merryweather and other dangerous adversaries in the next explosive GTA Online update. It's no secret Merryweather's security are as corrupt as everyone else in the town, but now there's talk on the street that these shady contract killers are scaling up and squeezing out any rogue competition across southern San Andreas for freelance professionals and the criminal underground. This could be the last straw. It's time to hit them where it hurts. Take flight alongside a team of elite pilots and ex-military operators to do battle against the monolithic forces of San Andreas. San Andreas' largest private military in GTA Online, San Andreas Mercenaries, an action-packed new update spanning the streets, seas, and skies on June 13th. And speaking of spanning the streets, seas, and skies, in this next screenshot, it looks like we have a mission taking place. We have one player sitting in what looks to be the Annihilator Stealth, an existing helicopter in online, as well as some players parachuting onto a aircraft carrier. Aircraft carrier also isn't new and online. We've seen this in the Humane Labs raid heist and a setup mission, as well as in a free mode business battle. Also, it's interesting we have 4 players shown here. Obviously, we don't know if anyone's flying the helicopter. It could be maybe Charlie, but I'm assuming these missions are probably going to be able to have 4 players at most play in them, probably also solo. But the main thing to pick out here from this screenshot is it looks like we have the Beagle, which is a plane from GTA San Andreas based on the Britain Norman BN2 Islander. It's a little bit hard to pick out from the screenshot, but this plane does not quite look like one we currently have in GTA Online. So again, it could be based off the Beagle. We'll have to wait and see. Now, I just mentioned Charlie possibly driving Annihilator Stealth, maybe even an NPC. You might be wondering, what do you mean by Charlie? Well, this next paragraph here, it looks like Charlie Reed, which is the hangar mechanic that you have in the hangar property. It looks like he's going to be the one introducing us to these missions. We're going to be joining him in this Guns for Hire known as the Los Santos Angels. So it's very cool to see him making a return and having more use in online. It also looks like the Mammoth Avenger, which is an existing service vehicle in online, is going to get some upgrades. Looks like we're going to get a new operations terminal as well as a weapons upgrade. And speaking of these weapon system upgrades, if you guys look at the screenshot with the Mammoth Avenger, it looks like it has missile upgrades to the bottom of it. This vehicle is already pretty OP with its carpet bombing capability as well as the guns on the side with other players controlling them. So I can only imagine just how much more powerful this vehicle is about to become. There's also talk about these new ventures such as running valuable contraband, as well as spontaneous opportunities to liberate cash and commodities from lucrative roving targets. I'm thinking this might be side quests or side missions, or maybe just taking place in free mode besides the missions themselves. I could be wrong, that's just my speculation. It also looks like hangar owners are going to get an upgrade for their hangars tied to these new missions or business, whatever this is all going to entail in this DLC. This seems similar to what we got with some of the expansions for like the bunker, clubhouse, special cargo warehouses, and nightclub in the Criminal Enterprises DLC. It also looks like now you'll be able to own the Avenger and utilize it, customize it without having to own a facility or now in this update a hangar. So that is nice. It looks like once you upgrade your hangar as well as your Avenger, you'll be able to get started with whatever this DLC is bringing, whether that be just missions or even a side business. Now, this next screenshot features 2 new additions to this update. Firstly, we have what looks to be a new vehicle, primarily based off of the 1997 Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution. And then the player in the middle is holding a new weapon, which is going to be the tactical SMG. So very cool. I feel like it's been a while since we got like a submachine gun or a weapon that is in like that SMG category in the weapon wheel. So very nice to have another addition. And speaking of the tactical SMG, it also looks like we're going to get new random events. Seems like Rockstar has been adding a lot of these ever since their Criminal Enterprises DLC, and also daily time trials. I'm definitely interested in these daily time trials. I'm wondering if they're going to be air related, considering that this seems to be predominantly an air-based DLC, but of course, going to have to wait and see. But I'm definitely super excited to have daily time trials. It really is unfortunate that we only have weekly time trials. You can only complete once a week. So I'm interested to see what the pay will be for these, if they will be close to the weekly time trials or a little bit less. I mean, considering how easy it is to make $100,000, $200,000 of GT Online at this point, it'd be nice to be able to have a daily time trial that pays that same amount. But considering a weekly time trial pays that, I'm not sure if they would quite make it that much. But I'm definitely interested to see what the pay and rewards will be for completing these. We also have some player requested improvements coming in this update. This seems to be an increasing effect ever since the Criminal Enterprise DLC, so I'm happy to see this continue. We have 5 listed here. The first one being we are able to claim all destroyed vehicles from Morse Mutual at once. I am super happy they added this. This is something that's been needed online for a long time now. We're going to have an alternate sprint control option, which will allow us to hold the sprint, which we can change this in the settings menu. Before, you had to constantly pretty much smash your button, whether it be X, R1, depending on your control type, to run. Now you're going to be able to just hold a sprint. This seems similar to what you might have in like Call of Duty or Battlefield. There's going to be custom description tags for our garages to help us quickly locate our favorite rides. This is something I'm very interested to see how this works, because if you're a car collector and you have tons of vehicles in GT Online, sometimes it can be very difficult and frustrating to locate the ones you want. So I'm really hoping this is effective in helping us locate our vehicles much quicker. We're now going to be able to use the Willa Eudora and Albany Classique in taxi work as long as the taxi liveries are applied. I was surprised we weren't able to do this from the start, so I'm super happy they are making this implementation, this update. And very lastly, for improvements, there are going to be some updates to the creator, which will include additional props and weather options, which includes snow. It's definitely cool they are making updates to the creator, although maybe not all players utilize it. I really hope they start doing the same thing with the Rockstar editor. That's something I personally use a lot. But that does it for the improvements that are listed here coming in the update. I'm sure there's probably going to be some more, but these are the 5 that Rockstar has listed. And for our very last screenshot here, we have what looks to be a new muscle car. It appears to be based off the Dodge Charger Daytona SRT EV. I know you guys are probably thinking this looks like a Challenger. No, this is a Dodge Charger. In fact, Tez Funds 2 on Twitter even mentioned that in the email letter. It is named the Buffalo. It is most likely going to be electric, which will end up being our first electric muscle car in GTA Online. It also looks like it's going to have a Monitech that can be applied to it. And that pretty much does it for this Newswire article. The last bit here is just Rockstar talking about their feedback page and what has been added due to that, as well as some additions that have been made ever since the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S editions of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online have been added. Once again, this update is expected to release June 13th. And Rockstar also says to stay tuned for additional info to be revealed about this summer's update, including details on new gameplay, vehicles, activities, special upcoming weekly events, and celebrations, and more. One last thing I want to add, a couple months ago on one of the Rockstar Newswire posts, they did mention they were going to be rebalancing some aerial vehicles to protect the bystanders in free mode. I'm assuming this DLC is going to pertain that. It would make sense considering it is mostly an aerial DLC. That pretty much does it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this upcoming DLC. Please hit the like, subscribe, share this video. Be sure to comment if you have any questions. And as always, have a great day.